Hi, good morning, dear students. We were dealing with history of English drama. Okay, I am Kshitija Doshi, and we were dealing with history of English drama. Till yesterday, we completed actually five sections. First was introduction. Second was definition of drama. Third was types of drama, elements of drama, and areas of focus. This five actually we completed this five sections we completed till yesterday, and then we saw the recap. I'm just going to go to the recap, and we are just going to see the recap which we saw, the mind map which we saw, and then I'm going to move to the next section. Okay, so we just saw introduction of drama. This is the recap what we saw yesterday. This is the meaning of drama. It is loud, striking, larger than life performance, comprises of audio and visual components. Then audience should be able to see clearly, hear clearly, and there should be willing suspension of disbelief. Then we saw difference between drama, story, or novel and poetry. Then we saw two definitions of drama. First was from actually Oxford Dictionary, and other was from literary terms, a glossary of literary terms. Okay, then we saw types of drama, that is tragedy, comedy, tragic comedy, and we also saw types of comedy: romantic, sentimental, classical, comedy of humors, comedy of manners. Then we saw what is focus on. In drama, the focus is on scene, audience, character, and actor. Then we saw elements of drama: theme, conflict, stage direction, dialogue, characterization, character, plot. Okay, these all the things we saw till yesterday. आपण हे कालपर्यंत बघितलेलं आहे. And now we are going to go again to the next section. आपण आता नेक्स्ट सेक्शनला जाणार आहोत. दॅट इज इंट्रोडक्शन टू इंग्लिश थिएटर. दिस इज जस्ट लाईक अ हिस्ट्री सारखा सेक्शन आहे. इट इज व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग सेक्शन. आतापर्यंतचा सेक्शन जो होता तो सगळा कन्सेप्ट्सवरती आधारित होता. इट वॉज बेस्ड ऑन कन्सेप्ट्स, इट वॉज बेस्ड ऑन ट्रेडिशन्स and definitions and everything. Now this concept, actually introduction to history of drama, that is medieval period, this is actually a complete history. Means we are going to see the history of English theatre from the medieval period, means from 11th century to the 15th century. Okay, this 11th I'm extremely sorry, just excuse me 1 minute. 11th century to 15th century. This this century is called as, or this period is called as medieval period of drama, or medieval period in English literature, or medieval period in the history of British of England. That is from 11th to 15th century. This is the reign of King Henry IV. Okay, he was King Henry IV, and it is his reign when this medieval period started. Okay, now let us move to the, yes, there are 10 parts actually which we have to see. The first one, due to its origin in folk theatre, drama is not considered as an exclusive part of literature. So what happened actually? The origin was in folk theatre. Folk theatre means where the people are gathering and the something is being performed. Okay, that is called as folk theatre. Folk theatre मध्ये त्याचा उदय झाला होता. So it was not considered as an exclusive part of literature. Literatureचा part तो consider केला जात नव्हता actually in the previous days. So what was the comparison between literature and drama? Comparison between literature and drama आपण बघायचं आहे. What is comparison between these two? Why it is not considered as a part of literature? Okay. So what is literature? Literature is a form of art that is expressed through the use of words. Literature म्हणजे काय actually? असा फॉर्म आहे आर्टचा की ना जो यूज ऑफ वर्ड्स म्हणजे जे शब्दां थ्रू ऍक्च्युली व्यक्त केला जातो. फक्त शब्द वापरले जातात त्याला आपण लिटरेचर असं म्हणतो. ओके. And what is drama? Drama is considered to be a multiple part for art form since it uses words, scenic effects, music, gestures of actors, organizing talents of producer in its expression. Okay. आता ड्रामा म्हणजे काय? ड्रामा इज ॲक्च्युली अ मल्टिपल आर्ट. It is not just the use of words actually. As literature is just the use of words, drama is not just the use of words. It is use of words plus scenic effects are there, means scenes are there. Then music is also there. Then gestures of actors are there, means acting is there. Then organizing talents of producers are there, means when one actor should come, when another actor should come. So these things are there, and these all consist of drama. Okay. So this drama was actually not considered as a part of literature. So this part is actually very easy. It is just like a history type, and we are going to see it very fast. This is Colosseum. You know this. And now, how this drama began, we will see. When the Romans were in England, they established vast amphitheaters to produce play. But when the Romans left, the amphitheaters tradition left with them. Now, such kinds of amphitheaters were produced by Romans in England also. Okay, ha Colosseum dakhwalai, that is a kind of amphitheater actually. And I have also shown you the inner part of the Colosseum. This is the inner part of the Colosseum. This is the outer part of the Colosseum. And the Romans, when the Romans were in England, actually they established this kinds of amphitheaters. त्यांनी काय केलं की अशा प्रकारचे जे amphitheaters आहेत ते establish केले. It was in the 10th, it was before 10th century, but when Romans left, पण जेव्हा Romans सोडून गेले, the amphitheater tradition was completely finished with them. Amphitheater ही जी ट्रेडिशन आहे ही त्यांच्याबरोबर पूर्णपणे फिनिश झालेली आहे. ओके. So, but then the minstrels followed, the performance of the minstrels followed. Now, what is the meaning of minstrels? Minstrels means the musical performances, and the stories were told through music, the acts were done through music. These are called as minstrels. See what they have to say. What is minstrels? Minstrels म्हणजे काय हे ऐकून घ्या.
The minstrel show, or minstrelsy, was an American form of racially charged entertainment developed in the early 19th century. Each show consisted of comic skits, variety acts, dancing, and music performances that mocked people specifically of African American descent. The shows were performed by white people in makeup or blackface for the purpose of playing the role of black people. There were also some African American performers and all-black minstrel groups that formed and toured under the direction of white people. Minstrel shows lampooned black people as dim-witted, lazy, buffoonish, superstitious and happy-go-lucky. Minstrel shows emerged as brief burlesques and comic entr'actes in the early 1830s and were developed into full-fledged form in the next decade. By 1848, blackface minstrel shows were the national art form, translating formal art such as opera into popular terms for a general audience. By the turn of the 20th century, the minstrel show enjoyed but a shadow of its former popularity, having been replaced for the most part by vaudeville. The form survived as professional entertainment until about 1910. Amateur performances continued until the 1960s in high schools and local theaters. The genre has had a lasting legacy and influence and was featured in a television series as recently as the late 1970s. Generally, as the civil rights movement progressed and gained acceptance, minstrels lost popularity. The typical minstrel performance followed a three-act structure. The troupe first danced onto stage, then exchanged wisecracks and sang songs. The second part featured a variety of entertainments, including the pun-filled stump speech. The final act consisted of a slapstick musical plantation skit or a send-up of a popular play. Minstrel songs and sketches featured several stock characters, most popularly the slave and the dandy. These were further divided into sub-archetypes such as the mammy, her counterpart the old darky, the provocative mulatto wench, and the black soldier. Minstrels claimed that their songs and dances were authentically black, although the extent of the black influence remains debated. Spirituals, known as jubilees, entered the repertoire in the 1870s, marking the first undeniably black music to be used in minstrelsy. Blackface minstrelsy was the first theatrical form that was distinctly American. During the 1830s and 1840s, at the height of its popularity, it was at the epicenter of the American music industry. For several decades it provided the means through which American whites viewed black people. On the one hand, it had strong racist aspects. On the other, it afforded white Americans a singular and bright awareness of what some whites considered significant aspects of black culture in America. Although the minstrel shows were extremely popular, being consistently packed with families from all walks of life and every ethnic group, they were also controversial. Integrationists decried them as falsely showing happy slaves, while at the same time making fun of them. Segregationists thought such shows were disrespectful of social norms as they portrayed runaway slaves with sympathy and would undermine the Southerners' peculiar institution.
So you heard what was minstrels actually. Minstrels is a music play. Through music, the play was performed actually. Amphitheaters were ended. Amphitheaters end झालेले आहेत, and then the minstrels were followed. So these were
The
the
minstrel show, or minstrelsy, was an
so these were the minstrels. These were the people actually who were playing. हे playing करत होते actually in the court of the king or queens. These were the minstrels. Okay, so the minstrels followed. Then by 10th century, drama, which used to be the part of the play, became the fundamental element of play itself. What happened actually? The drama was not a part of the play. म्हणजे पहिल्यांदा काय व्हायचं, ड्रामा वॉज ॲक्च्युली परफॉर्म्ड बिफोर द प्ले. तो प्लेच्या अगोदर थोडासा एक पार्ट एंटरटेनमेंटसाठी प्ले केला जायचा आणि नंतर मग एक मोठा प्ले असायचा. बट देन आफ्टर दॅट इट बिकेम अ part of the play itself. During 12th century, in order to attract more interest in churches services, plays based on biblical events and lives of saints, known as mystery and miracle plays, were performed as a part of church services. Gradually, during 13th century, these plays began to be performed outside the church. See what is the meaning of this. Now in 12th century, what happened actually, the people in the churches actually, the saints and popes and everyone wanted the people to be attracted towards the you can say towards the churches. त्यांना असं वाटत होतं की ना हे जे लोक आहेत ते कोणाकडे अट्रॅक्ट व्हायला पाहिजेत, तर चर्चेसकडे ते अट्रॅक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे. सो दे स्टार्टेड द प्लेस लाईक मिस्ट्री प्लेस अँड मिरॅकल प्लेस. त्यांनी कसे प्लेस सुरू केले, तर मिस्ट्री प्लेस आणि मिरॅकल प्लेस सुरू केले. So these mystery plays actually were based on the life of Jesus, and a miracle plays were based on the life of saints. असे प्लेस होते की ना, मिस्ट्री प्लेस म्हणजे असे प्लेस की ना जे लाईफ ऑफ जीसस वरती होते, आणि मिरॅकल प्लेस म्हणजे असे प्लेस होते की ना जे लाईफ ऑफ सेंट्स वरती होते. अँड दे वेर परफॉर्म ॲज अ पार्ट ऑफ चर्च सर्व्हिसेस. ते चर्चमध्ये परफॉर्म केले जायचे. बट ड्युरिंग द 13th century, दिस प्लेस वेर नाव प्लेड outside the churches also. चर्चेसच्या बाहेर पण ते प्ले केले जायचे. See this picture actually. I am going to show this picture again to you. See this picture. You can see this is the birth of Jesus. These three people are arriving. Three wise people. You can see that these three wise people are arriving. There is a cross. So this is actually a mystery play. अशा प्रकारचे मिस्ट्री प्लेस ते प्ले केले जायचे. वाय? बिकॉज दे वॉन्टेड मोर अँड मोर पीपल टू बी अट्रॅक्टेड टू द चर्चेस. त्यांना असं वाटत होतं की ना जास्तीत जास्त लोक हे चर्चेसकडे अट्रॅक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे. बिकॉज द किंग हू वॉज देअर, ही ऑल्सो लिसन टू द पोप. तो जो किंग होता त्याच्यावरती त्या पोपचं किंवा त्या चर्चचा अधिकारी असायचं. ही हॅड टू लिसन टू द पोप अँड ही हॅड टू लिसन टू द churches and the saints who were or the fathers who were present there. त्याच्या पण त्याचा जो काही कोर्ट होता त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा पोप्स होते, ॲक्च्युली फादर्स होते. अँड सो ही हॅड टू लिसन टू देम, अँड द चर्चेस वॉन्टेड द होल्ड ऑफ ऑल द पीपल. So they started the place which were dependent on the life of Jesus and life of the saints. Okay, now here what is mystery place? Mystery place आणि miracle place म्हणजे काय ते ऐका जरा.
Mystery plays, perhaps from the Latin ministerium, meaning occupation, and miracle plays, they are distinguished as two different forms, although the terms are often used interchangeably, are among the earliest formally developed plays in medieval Europe. Medieval mystery plays focused on the representation of Bible stories in churches as tableau with accompanying antiphonal song. They told of subjects such as the creation, Adam and Eve, the murder of Abel, and the Last Judgment. Oftentimes they were performed together in cycles which could last for days. The name derives from mystery used in its sense of miracle, but an occasionally quoted derivation is from ministerium, meaning craft, and so the mysteries or plays performed by the craft guilds. As early as the 5th century living tableaux were introduced into sacred services. The plays originated as simple tropes, verbal embellishments of liturgical texts, and slowly became more elaborate. At an early period, chants from the service of the day were added to the prose dialogue. As these liturgical dramas increased in popularity, vernacular forms emerged, as traveling companies of actors and theatrical productions organized by local communities became more common in the later Middle Ages. The Quinqueretus is the best-known early form of the dramas, a dramatized liturgical dialogue between the angel at the tomb of Christ and the women who are seeking his body. These primitive forms were later elaborated with dialogue and dramatic action. Eventually the dramas moved from church to the exterior, the churchyard and the public marketplace. These early performances were given in Latin, and were preceded by a vernacular prologue spoken by a herald who gave a synopsis of the events. The writers and directors of the earliest plays were probably monks. Religious drama flourished from about the 9th century to the 16th. In 1210, suspicious of the growing popularity of miracle plays, Pope Innocent III issued a papal edict forbidding clergy from acting on a public stage. This had the effect of transferring the organization of the dramas to town guilds, after which several changes followed. Vernacular texts replaced Latin, and non-biblical passages were added along with comic scenes, for example in the Secunda Pastorum of the Wakefield cycle. Acting and characterization became more elaborate. These vernacular religious performances were, in some of the larger cities in England such as York, performed and produced by guilds, with each guild taking responsibility for a particular piece of scriptural history. From the guild control originated the term mystery play or mysteries, from the Latin ministerium meaning occupation, that is that of the guilds. The genre was again banned, following the Reformation and the establishment of the Church of England in 1534. The mystery play developed, in some places, into a series of plays dealing with all the major events in the Christian calendar, from the creation to the Day of Judgment. By the end of the 15th century, the practice of acting these plays in cycles on festival days was established in several parts of Europe. Sometimes, each play was performed on a decorated pageant car that moved about the city to allow different crowds to watch each play as well as provided actors with a dressing room as well as a stage. The entire cycle could take up to 20 hours to perform and could be spread over a number of days. Taken as a whole, these are referred to as Corpus Christi cycles. These cycles were often performed during the Feast of Corpus Christi, and their overall design drew attention to Christ's life and his redemption for all of mankind. The plays were performed by a combination of professionals and amateurs, and were written in highly elaborate stanza forms. They were often marked by the extravagance of the sets and special effects, but could also be stark and intimate. The variety of theatrical and poetic styles, even in a single cycle of plays, could be remarkable. Miracle plays, or saints' plays, are now distinguished from mystery plays as they specifically reenacted miraculous interventions by the saints. particularly Saint Nicholas or Saint Mary, into the lives of ordinary people, rather than biblical events. However, both of these terms are more commonly used by modern scholars than they were by medieval people, who used a wide variety of terminology to refer to their dramatic performances. Robert Chambers, writing in the 19th century, notes that especially in England, miracle to stand for religious play in general. Cornish language miracle plays were performed in plain and quarries. To capture the attention of the audience, the plays were often noisy, bawdy and entertaining.
So these were mystery plays actually, which were based on the life of Jesus, and miracle plays which were based on the life of saints. Okay. So in 12th century these were popular, and in 13th century these plays actually were performed on the streets outside the churches. They are performed among the people. At first these plays were performed in the churches only. Okay. And in 13th and 14th century, see what happened actually. Between 13th and 14th century, drama started having themes which were separated from religion. Now, आतापर्यंत काय झालं तर 10th सेंचुरीमध्ये पहिल्यांदा काय झालं तर 10th सेंचुरीमध्ये मिनिस्टर्स आले. त्याच्यानंतर 12th आणि 12th सेंचुरीमध्ये काय झालं आपण बघितलं तर मग रिलिजियस प्लेज आले, म्हणजे मिस्ट्री प्लेज आणि मिरॅकल प्लेज आले. बट इन 13th and 14th century drama started having the plays which were separated from the themes of religion. तुम्ही हे पिक्चर जरा नीट बघा पाठीमागचं. So this is place where the drama is there on king and then his followers on the knights and everything. Okay, अशा टाईपचे हे प्लेस सुरू झाले जे कम्प्लिटली वेगळे होते. रिलिजियस प्लेसपेक्षा त्यांचं थीम हे रिलिजन अजिबात नव्हतं. ओके, नाव सी दिस ऑल्सो. This drama is actually based on here the knight is there, and then here the soldiers are there, then he is polishing something. On this plays were बेस्ट. ह्याच्यावरती हे सगळे प्लेस बेस्ट होते. नाव then miracle plays. By this time miracle plays had become less religious. The language was switched to English and no longer dramatic script came into use. आतापर्यंत काय झालं तर मग आता मिरॅकल जे प्लेज आहेत, आता मिरॅकल प्लेज हे कसे झाले तर रस रिलिजियस झाले. लँग्वेज ही इंग्लिशला शिफ्ट झाली. पूर्वी लँग्वेज कुठली होती तर लॅटिन लँग्वेज होती. लॅटिन लँग्वेजपासून ही इंग्लिशला स्विच झाली सो दॅट कॉमन पीपल कॅन ऑल्सो अंडरस्टँड अँड ड्रॅमॅटिक स्क्रिप्ट केम इन टू यूज. सी these were the plays actually which were miracle plays. हे सगळे असे प्लेस होते जे मिरॅकल प्लेस होते. ओके, then came the morality plays. Now later the morality plays in which character themselves were the representation of good and bad qualities were used to teach moral and religious lessons. These were known as allegories. आता मग morality plays चालू झाले. These morality plays were such that the characters were the representation of good and bad. हे जे कॅरेक्टर्स होते हे रिप्रेझेंटेशन होते. चांगले कॅरेक्टर्स होते, वाईट कॅरेक्टर्स होते. दे वर द रिप्रेझेंटेशन ऑफ good and bad qualities. Means villains were there which contained bad qualities, heroes were there which had good qualities, and they were used to teach moral as well as religious lessons. They were teaching both kinds of lessons. Means they were teaching the moral lessons also and they were teaching the religious lessons also. These were known as allegories. Now these were allegories means these were the representation. Allegories means what actually? Allegories is the representation. Means suppose I am acting something, I am acting one person and I am acting as a very bad person. I am the allegory of a person who is a very bad person in the society. Okay, here I am the representation of a very bad person in the society. मी अशा पर्सनचं रिप्रेझेंटेशन करते की ना जो खूप वाईट आहे सोसायटीमध्ये, अशा पर्सनचं मी रिप्रेझेंटेशन करते. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज ॲलेगरी. ओके, अशा टाईपचे प्लेस नंतर चालू झाले. देन सी what were the notable works of this period. नोटेबल वर्क्स होते रॉबिन हुड बाय Howard Pell and Everyone by Anonymous. Every man हा एक प्ले होता. नंतर रॉबिन हुड. यू यू ऑल नो व्हॉट इज रॉबिन हुड. रॉबिन हुड म्हणजे तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे रॉबिन हुडची स्टोरी. सो दिस वॉज द प्ले विच वॉज रिटन इन द 13 to 14 सेंचुरी. हा प्ले होता जो 13 to 14 सेंचुरीमध्ये लिहिलेला होता. ओके. So this was the introduction to the drama. Means what we saw, it was introduction to drama. It was from uh, 11th. This was medieval period of drama. हा काय होता तर medieval period होता ड्रामाचा. कुठला पिरियड होता तर medieval period होता. It was from 11th century to 15th century. It was reign of King Henry IV. Now you have to know what was the reign of King Henry IV. Now this King Henry IV at that time was first a Catholic king. Okay, he was a Catholic king. So Catholic king hota. There were two types. So you can say some parts of the Christian religion, that is Catholic and Protestants. Okay, the Protestants were the people who were actually such people who actually accepted modernization. अशी लोक होती की ना जे मॉडर्नायझेशन ऍक्सेप्ट करत होती, सायंटिफिक रिसर्चेस ऍक्सेप्ट करत होती. हे सगळं ऍक्सेप्ट करणारी हे प्रोटेस्टंट लोक होती. अँड द पीपल हू डिड नॉट ऍक्सेप्ट दिस वेर द कॅथलिक. दे वेर बेस्ड ऑन द चर्च ओनली. हे अशी लोक होती की ना जे बायबलवरतीच विश्वास ठेवणारी होती, जीससवरती विश्वास ठेवणारी होती. ओके. सो दे वेर बेस्ड ऑन द रिलिजन. नाउ दिस किंग हेनरी फोर्थ was such a king that he was a Tudor actually. From the Tudor dynasty he was. And then he married to a Spanish princess whose name was Catherine. Now the Spanish princess, what she did, she she was actually engaged to marry King Henry IV's brother Arthur. तिचं एंगेजमेंट कुणाबरोबर झाली होती तर किंग हेनरी फोर्थ बरोबर तिची एंगेजमेंट झाली होती. वाय यू हॅव टू नो दिस बिकॉज यू हॅव टू नो दिस फॉर द नेक्स्ट पिरियड ऑल्सो. ओके. She was engaged to King Henry IV's brother Arthur, but the Arthur, who was very bold person, he sacrificed his life. He was died in one battle, and then King Henry IV actually he married to Catherine, and when he married to Catherine, she gave birth to a girl. तिने एका मुलीला जन्म दिला. अँड देन द किंग हेनरी फोर्थ थॉट दॅट ही हॅज डन अ सिन, so that she gave a birth to a girl. She did not give birth to a boy after so many years of marriage also. So then he wanted to again marry to some another lady. So he started accepting the Protestant religion because the Catholics did not allow the king to marry another woman or divorce his wife. कॅथलिक्समध्ये त्यांना अलाउ नव्हतं की न डिवोर्स करायला वाईफला. सो व्हॉट ही डिड, ही स्टार्टेड चेंजिंग द रिलिजन ऑफ इंग्लंड and he started accepting Protestant religion so that he can marry some another woman. So he, in this way, he at least married 6 to 7 women, one after another, and he killed each of his wife. Okay, so for his benefit, for getting a son, he married one after another woman. Okay, so this was King Henry IV, and it was his region where the plays were played, and then they went to the morality place. Okay, so this was King Henry IV. Then now we will go to the next section of our drama. Sorry. uh, so this was King Henry IV, and we will just recap this medieval period in 1 or 2 minutes. 1-2 मिनिटांमध्ये आपण हा medieval period recap करूयात. So see, a medieval period 11th century to 15th century. Origin in the folk theatre, not considered as a part of literature. Literature is expressed in word, while drama is a multiple art. Then we saw that Romans built amphitheatre in England. With with their departure, amphitheater tradition ended. Then minstrels followed. Then in 10th century, drama became fundamental part of play. Then in 12th century, there were mystery plays and miracle plays. Mystery plays were on life of Jesus Christ, while miracle plays were on life of saints. Then uh, uh, in 13th and 14th century, plays became less religious. Then there were morality plays which were representation of good and bad qualities. Actually, this morality plays paved way for Elizabethan period. They paved way for Elizabethan period, means they made a way for Elizabethan period. Now, notable works of this time were Robin Hood by Howard Pyle and Everyman. Okay, these were the notable words. So I think you understood up to this. तुम्हाला हे समजलेलं असेल असं मला वाटतं ॲक्च्युली. So we will go again to our next part, that is Elizabethan theater. आपण एलिझाबेथन थिएटरकडे जाऊयात. दिस इज ऑल्सो हिस्ट्री पार्ट. आय एम गोइंग टू फिनिश इट व्हेरी फास्ट. इट इज व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट. सो after finishing this Elizabethan theater, I am going to end this lecture. Okay. Now this Elizabethan first. Okay, this is she is Elizabeth first, and she was daughter of King Henry IV. Uh, King Henry IV ची ती daughter आहे. She was the second daughter of King Henry IV. Mary was one daughter of King Henry IV. She was married to the Prince of France, and this is Elizabethan first, and she actually she was a Protestant queen, and she accepted the new things. In her reign, actually, the England started to go to the another countries, voyages to the another countries. म्हणजे दुसऱ्या जे कंट्रीजला इंग्लिश लोक आली, म्हणजे भारतामध्ये आफ्रिकेमध्ये वगैरे बाकीच्या कंट्रीजमध्ये जे इंग्लिश लोक गेली, ती कधी गेली तर क्वीन एलिझाबेथ फर्स्ट हिच्या रेनमध्ये ती लोक गेलेली आहेत. तिने काय केलं, तिने मॉडर्नायझेशनला ॲक्सेप्ट करायला सुरुवात केली. तिने लोकांना व्हॉयजेसला पाठवायला सुरुवात केली. अँड इन हर पिरियड इज कॉल्ड ॲक्च्युली ॲज अ गोल्डन पिरियड इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश. ब्रिटिश इंग्लिशमध्ये तिचा पिरियड हा गोल्डन पिरियड असा समजला जातो, बिकॉज इट वॉज ऑन द टॉप इन एव्हरीथिंग. इन लिटरेचर इट वॉज ऑन द टॉप. ह्या काळामधलं लिटरेचर खूप टॉपला होतं. देन द व्हॉयजेस वेंट ऑन द टॉप. सगळ्या गोष्टी टॉपला गेल्या होत्या इंग्लंडच्या. ओके, सो हर रेन इज कॉल्ड एज द गोल्डन पिरियड. ओके, सो root for Elizabethan plays. Moralities marks the end of drama based on Bible and paved way for Elizabethan plays. Okay, moralities ने काय केलं, ड्रामा जो बेस होता बायबल वरती, the drama which was based on Bible was ended actually due to moralities, and now Elizabethan plays started actually. Okay, so the English Renaissance was a cultural and artistic movement in England which laid groundwork for arts and drama in the country. Now this is called as English Renaissance period. ह्याला एलिझाबेथन पिरियड आणि रेनेसन्स पिरियड असं पण म्हणतात. इट वॉज अन कल्चरल अँड आर्टिस्टिक मुवमेंट इन इंग्लंड. हा कल्चरल आणि आर्टिस्टिक मुवमेंट होता इंग्लंडमधला, ज्यांनी ग्राउंडवर्क केलं. महत्त्वाचं जे वर्क केलं होतं ते ह्या पिरियडनी केलं होतं आर्ट्स आणि ड्रामासाठी या कंट्रीमध्ये. Okay, now this was classical period also. It was believed that during classical period arts and science had greatly flourished. आता जो क्लासिकल पिरियड होता पूर्वीचा, त्या क्लासिकल पिरियडमध्ये असं बिलीव्ह केलं जात होतं की ना आर्ट्स अँड सायन्स हॅड ग्रेटली फ्लरिश्ड इन इंग्लंड. नाउ रेनेसन्स फोकस्ड ऑन ब्रिंगिंग back classical values and hence introduces classical themes of education, general moral problems, and secular politics. Now, what happened actually during this classical period? Arts and science had greatly flourished in the England. It was very back. So this Renaissance writers, what they thought, दे थॉट ऑन ब्रिंगिंग ऑन द क्लासिकल व्हॅल्यूज. त्यांनी असा विचार केला की ना ते क्लासिकल थीम्सच परत घेतले पाहिजे, आणि म्हणून त्यांना सो दे स्टार्टेड making plays on education, general moral problems, and secular politics. These plays had nothing to do with religion. त्यांना काहीही करायचं नव्हतं रिलिजन्स वेअर. देर वेर एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ बोथ ट्रॅजेडी अँड कॉमेडी. ट्रॅजेडी आणि कॉमेडीचे दोन्हीचे एक्झाम्पल्स होते इथे. ओके, नाव नोटेबल ड्रामॅटिस्ट ऑफ दिस टाइम यू सी थॉमस केड, देन क्रिस्टोफर मॉर्ले, William Shakespeare, he was one of the biggest dramatists of his time. Then Ben Jonson, Webster, and Dekker. These were the notable dramatists of this time, and they developed all the kinds of tragedies and comedies. So now see what is blank verse actually. This blank verse was mostly used by Shakespeare in most of his plays. Okay, so what are other words for blank verse? ब्लँक वर्स म्हणजे काय हे बघा. थीम, पोएट्री, वर्स, लिरिक, पोएझी, रीन, रायटिंग, एपिक, कंपोजिशन, बॅलेट. ब्लँक वर्स म्हणजे काय? पोएट्री, वर्स म्हणजे हे जे प्लेस लिहिले होते दे वेर इन वर्स काइंड, दे वेर इन द टाइप ऑफ पोएट्री, दे वेर नॉट इन प्रोज. If you read the Shakespeare's plays in its original, you will see that the language you won't understand it very easily. Why you are not understanding the language? It's very easily because it's written in poetry or in verse. ते वर्स मध्ये लिहिलेले होते त्यामुळे तुम्हाला ते समजत नाहीत. ओके, सो सी दिस इज एक्झाम्पल ऑफ ब्लँक वर्स. बट सॉफ्ट, व्हॉट लाईट, द्राव यॉन, दरविन, sorry, what soft, what light, through yonder window breaks, it is the east, and Juliet is the sun. So this is the blank verse used by Shakespeare in Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet मधली ही blank verse आहे. Now, Cade actually discovered blank verse could be used in theatre, and this was extensively used by Shakespeare in his plays. केडने असं डिस्कवर केलं की ना हे जे ब्लँक वर्स आहे ते थिएटरमध्ये यूज केली जाऊ शकते, अँड शेक्सपियर युज्ड इट इन ऑल हिज प्लेस. शेक्सपियरने काय केलं, हे ब्लँक वर्स जी आहे ती जवळजवळ सगळ्या प्लेसमध्ये त्याचे यूज केले. नाव डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रॅजेडी. ट्रॅजेडी वॉज डेव्हलप्ड ॲक्च्युली बाय थॉमस केड अँड क्रिस्टोफर मॉर्ले. ह्या दोघांनी ट्रॅजेडी डेव्हलप केली. नाव शेक्सपियर ॲक्च्युली वर्कड ऑन दिस डेव्हलप ट्रॅजेडी. शेक्सपियरने काय केलं तर ह्या डेव्हलप ट्रॅजेडीवरती त्यांनी नंतर वर्क करायला सुरुवात केली. सो दीज आर पियर्स ऑफ शेक्सपियर. पियर्स ऑफ शेक्सपियर मीन्स द कलिग्स ऑफ शेक्सपियर्स. इवन द शेक्सपियर actually was working on the stage. He was capturing the audience. This Christopher Morley and other of his peers, their work is also very important. Okay, while Shakespeare ruled the public with intelligence and innovation, contributions of his peers to the drama cannot be ignored. Means they also contributed to the drama. Christopher Morley contributed to drama, Ben Jonson, then all other also contributed to drama. Not only his work is important, but work of these other dramatists is also important. So, Alchemist is one of the plays which was performed in 1610 by King's Men. It was a comedy actually, which was developed by Ben Jonson. एक पॉप्युलर कॉमेडी होती. It was first performed in 1610 by the King's Men. It is generally considered as Johnson's best and most characteristic comedy. हे मी तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं आहे. And now this Ben Jonson actually, Jonson, who belonged to that period, was classicist, moralist, and reformer of drama. He was known for his work on comedy and greatly influenced dramatists in Restoration. Now Ben Jonson, who belonged to this period, was a classicist. He was a moralist and reformer in drama. He was a classicist also, he was a moralist also, and reformer of drama. He was known for work of comedy, कॉमेडीच्या वर्कसाठी तो इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. आणि त्यांनी इन्फ्लुएन्स केलं कशासाठी तर रेस्टॉरेशनमध्ये, म्हणजे ह्याच्यानंतरचा जो पिरियड येतो रेस्टॉरेशनमध्ये, त्यांच्या ड्रामॅटिस्टला त्यांनी खूप जास्त इन्फ्लुएन्स केलेला आहे. ओके. नाव in 1590s theater, by 1590s English theater was fully established. English theater पूर्ण established होता. See this theater, actually this is, we are going to see the characteristics of this theater in the next slide also. See this theater, there is a raised platform actually. The audience are sitting on each and every side. It is open to the sky. The balconies are there. Here all the balconies are there. See. So this was the Elizabethan theater. अशा टाईपचं एलिझाबेथन थिएटर होतं. त्याला एलिझाबेथन थिएटरच असं म्हणायचे त्याला. अँड दिस वॉज द एलिझाबेथन थिएटर. अँड इन 1950s, सॉरी, इन 1590s दिस थिएटर वॉज कम्प्लिटली एस्टॅब्लिश. हा जो थिएटर आहे हा कम्प्लिटली एस्टॅब्लिश झालेला होता. See this theater, actually again we are going to see the characteristics of the theater. See this theater, there is a raised platform is there. The audience are sitting on the three sides. It is open to sky. There are balconies where the audience can sit. See. So as compared to modern theater, 16th century theater was open to sky. We saw this, it was open to sky without artificial lighting. No artificial lighting was there. The stage was raised platform. Here raised platform was the stage with the recess at the back supported by pillars. Recess backla means these actors can actually go at the back. Okay, there was no curtain. See, there is no curtain here. And the main platform could be surrounded on three sides by audience. See, this main platform is surrounded on three sides by audience. Around the theater there were galleries. See, there are galleries around the theater. So this is 16th century public theater. Okay, this is the characteristics of 16th century theater. Now what happened? See, the theater flourished in this Elizabethan period till 1640. You can say 1640-41. 1640-41 पर्यंत थिएटर पूर्ण फ्लरिश झालं. देर वेर सो मेनी ॲक्ट्स, भरपूर ॲक्ट्स प्ले केले गेले. So many dramas were produced, so many tragedies and comedies were produced, and it was the golden period. But now what happened? The Puritans came. Puritans means this Catholics actually came, and there was a civil war in England. Civil war होता इंग्लंडमध्ये. And in 1642 Puritans began to close theatres, and thus the golden period of English drama ended. क्लोजचं स्पेलिंग इथं चुकलंय चुकून. प्युरिटन्सनी काय केलं तर प्युरिटन्सनी थिएटर्स क्लोज करायला सुरुवात केली ॲक्च्युली 1642 मध्ये. 1642 मध्ये प्युरिटन्सनी थिएटर्स क्लोज करायला सुरुवात केली. अँड golden period of English drama ended. There was civil war. Civil war means what? Civil war was there between Catholics and Protestants. Catholics आणि Protestants मध्ये civil war चालू होता. And so there was no theater between 1642 to 1660. 1642 to 1660 मध्ये कुठलाही थिएटर एक्झिस्टन्स मध्ये नव्हते, कुठलेही प्लेस झाले नाहीत त्याच्यामध्ये. ओके, सो एट दिस टाइम दिस गोल्डन पिरियड एंडेड. So notable works of this period were by William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, John Webster, and Thomas Millington. So we will say the plays by Shakespeare. Shakespeare बरोबरचे plays बघूयात आपण कोणते कोणते होते ते. Romeo and Juliet, there it was a tragedy. Then Midsummer Night's Dream, it was a comedy. Then Henry IV, it was historical. Henry IV हा historical play होता. These were the plays by Shakespeare. Then plays by Christopher Marlowe, Dr. Faustus. This was by Christopher Marlowe, and Jew of Malta. This was by Christopher Marlowe. हे दोन plays होते क्रिस्टोफर मॉर्लेने प्ले केलेले. Then plays by John Webster, The Duchess of Malfoy. This was the play by John Webster. ह्यांचे हे plays होते. Okay. And the last one was by Thomas Middleton, The Changeling. चेंजलिंग हा जो प्ले होता तो थॉमस मिलेंटनचा प्ले होता. नाव वी विल जस्ट रिकॅप दिस सेक्शन. हा जो सेक्शन आहे हा फक्त आपण रिकॅप करून घेऊयात अँड देन वी विल एंड दिस लेक्चर. ॲक्च्युली आपण मग हे लेक्चर जे आहे ते एंड करूयात. सो ओके, in 5 minutes we are going to just recap the Elizabethan period. So Renaissance period or Elizabethan period, it is called as 1562 to 1614. Moralities paved way for Elizabethan plays we saw. Then cultural and artistic movement laid groundwork for arts and drama, focused on bringing back the classical values. Then notable dramatists were Thomas Kate, Christopher Morley, Shakespeare, Ben Jonson, Webster and Dekker. Then Kate discovered blank verse. Tragedy was developed in hands of Kate and Marlowe. Shakespeare as well as his peers group is valuable. Peers work is valuable. Ben Jonson, a classicist, a moralist, and a reformer, known for work on comedy. बेन जॉन्सन क्लासिस्ट होता, मॉरलिस्ट होता, रिफॉर्मर होता. तो त्याच्या कॉमेडीच्या वर्कसाठी इम्पॉर्टंट होता तो खूप. आणि नंतर मग इन 1590s इंग्लिश थिएटर वॉज फुल्ली एस्टॅब्लिश, वी सॉ इट. 16th century theater was open to sky, no artificial light, raised platform, no curtains, stage surrounded by audience on three sides, and there were galleries round the theater. Okay. In 1642, Puritans closed the theater. Civil War. No theater existed between 1642 to 1660. देन नोटेबल वर्क्स काय होते ते आपण बघितलं. रोमिओ अँड ज्युलिएट, मिडसमर नाईट्स ड्रीम अँड हेनरी फोर्थ बाय शेक्सपियर, डॉक्टर फाउटस अँड ज्यू ऑफ माल्टा बाय क्रिस्टोफर मॉर्ले, डचेस ऑफ माल्फाय बाय जॉन वेबस्टर अँड चेंजलिंग बाय थॉमस मिडल्टन. So these were the plays which were actually famous during this period of Elizabethan period मध्ये हे फेमस प्लेस होते. सो आय थिंक यू अंडरस्टूड. आपण काय बघितलं आज तर वी सॉ द रेस्ट इंट्रोडक्शन पिरियड बघितलेला आहे आपण. इंट्रोडक्शन टू इंग्लिश थिएटर बघितलंय अँड देन वी सॉ एलिझाबेथन थिएटर. सो आपण एलिझाबेथन थिएटर पण बघितलेलं आहे. सो नाव आय थिंक this much part is actually completed of this of this section, you can say. Introduction is completed, definition of drama, types of drama, elements of drama, areas of focus, introduction to English literature and Elizabethan theatre. Tomorrow we are going to deal with restoration theatre and modern theatre 1. I think tomorrow we will complete these two theatres and then in the next lecture we will complete modern theatre 2, postmodern theatre and Indian theatre. Okay, I think you understood the lesson up to this. You can say this section up to this. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.